All right. Let's see. This side or this side? This side. All right. What's going on? BG28, French G28, coming at you with a quick question video vlog, whatever. Hopefully it's quick. It's a simple question. Simple question. Um, why does it seem, from my experience, I've seen this. Why does it seem difficult or almost near difficult for men to come together and do something? This is my question. I'm asking that question because I brought up this guy I knew, this friend. I can call him if I can call him a friend, and he seen something in me. This is when I was with my local group out here, full of youngsters and stuff out here. I was part of that, and he was in it too. He was there before me though, and he seen or heard me speak and do things and act in a certain manner. He's like, wait a second, this guy has something. So he tried to start a group with me after like a hurricane happened. He started to like, oh, let's do a group thing, and I'm sitting there stuck like I didn't think about that. Not like uh, it's not as if I was against the idea of a group or per se. It was just I didn't have the tools. I didn't think I was ready. I don't think we had a facility. So I was really skeptical and kind of suspicious of him, not in the sense that he would do something to me, but just like, excuse me, he wanted to do more, but very, very quickly. And from there, we not had our in and outs, but there was no sort of planning. You know what I'm trying to say? Again, like he was this impatient, fiery Leo guy, and I'm a Capricorn, so we're very polar opposites. And he's like, let's do this, let's do that. And I'm like, yeah, I agree, this and that. But seeing him talk to people and trying to bring them in, they didn't take him seriously. Or at least serious enough. Like he was such a outgoing, happy person that when people see people like that, they often think they're crazy or they're gay or whatever. So he he didn't get shunned, but people didn't really take him seriously, I guess. So he wanted me to kind of be the serious guy. He wanted me to come along and explain to them what we want to do. But here's the thing: I didn't know what we was even wanted to do. To just say help people is very vague. It's very out there. It's very who are you helping? Where are you helping? What are you using to help people with? You can't just say help people, right? You can say it, but it won't be taken very seriously, as it was. So there I am, and I'm like, oh my god, I couldn't explain shit to them. I did give one example and said, hey, if some guy next door needs his lawn cut, he's an old person, cut his lawn, stuff like that, like little things like that. I'm definitely that people can probably wrap their heads around it. But there was this one instance where he wanted to do a meeting, or we wanted to do a meeting. We suggested a meeting to ourselves, and we said to ourselves, all right, let's go to our local library. We went to our local library, and we invited every one of my friends living, every one of his friends. Oh, I bought music. I was just really like, all right, like ready to kind of see where it was going to lead. And it was me, him, one of his friends, another friend of his, and like practically, oh my god, I feel even like not even embarrassed or probably a little bashful of talking about this because no one came. Practically, no one came. No one came. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Let's see if I'm still recording. I am still recording. I'll turn up the volume in the video editing. So no one came. People like four people came, and I was like, I was just like, fuck, because the people who hear things like this, let's help people, let's do better resources. I don't think when you live in a predominantly black neighborhood, I can't say that. I can try to say it in this video or this excerpt, whatever. You don't really have a lot of people putting their heads together and tackling things that make sense immediately. we try to go kind of long term with it, which is a good thing, but we don't handle what's in front of us, so we end up falling short almost every time. There's, I'm not really a green freak, as one of my friends would say. Like, I'm a farmer, I'm a but I do opt for things like that where it's like it's right in front of your face. Get this, get that, reuse it for this, make it for this, utilize what you have instead of saying, we need funding, we need FEMA, we need all these things. For what? You know what I'm trying to say? When you ask people, this is my thing, when you ask people or the government or whoever, when you ask them to take care of you, they'll take care of you, but on their terms. And then from there on, you might be happy in the beginning, but then long term, you might be suffering. Now, in predominantly black neighborhoods, most of the times, I would assume, guess, or you can look up yourself, or I'd looked up myself, but I've heard, and we've probably heard many a times, that single mother households are, you know, what's around a lot of times, right? So with that, like, fact or whatever, you have women who chase short term goals. Now, what I just said doesn't make any sense. You go, what? Women chase short term goals, but then we try to tackle the long term. Well, what I mean by the long term is, how can women keep doing more short term shit longer? That's what I'm trying to tie it into. Because to me, I feel as a man, if you don't hear a long term project or a plan, you kind of don't want to be around it. Let's go, no, that's not true. And I'm like, all right, I beg to differ. I went to one source on YouTube about a guy. I guess I can cite it, but I'll cite it. Sandman. I forgot. College girls. That's what the name of the video was. But in it, he said, and it's just like it just summed it up, that women are more short-term thinkers than men. Men are long-term thinkers. Like to build. Women like to just fucking, whatever. I'm not saying to the mean woman, but just it's an annoying thing because living here and having my mind the way it is and all my thoughts and then wanting to move forward with it, but then women have most of the power. Women are in churches, women in this, women in that, and they're gonna just be not selfish really, but just like more towards themselves in terms of their own sisterhood and their own progress, but then it doesn't lead to anything because they have sons and their sons look at their mothers and go, well, what are you doing? Well, I'm doing this for you. Well, it's not working. Well, it's just, it's just mad. They're not. It's not. Nothing's coming together. And I know I kind of digressed, but it ties into what I'm trying to say. Is like where are the men that come together and say, I have this tool set, you have this tool set, you have a car, you have this. What can we produce for our sons or our daughters and our families to ease our lives better? But then that resolves in communication. Now it goes back to the story. So we're at the meeting and it's like three dudes, two dudes, and like these FEMA chicks who come in and say, oh, money for, if you sign up, you can get money for all types of shit. It didn't result in anything, not saying beneficial, but they walked away, no contact. So here's me and this guy, the Leo guy, and it's these not necessarily conflicts, but these like uncertainties of what should we do, where do we go, should we do this, should we ask for this, should we just do things on our own, all these questions. And then here's me with not that much skills, but I'm just looking at it like, let's slow down. Let's slow down, think about who we're talking to, think about what we're delivering to people. It wasn't a catastrophe. It was just kind of, it ended in me and him kind of falling out, because it's just like, dude, you do what you do, I do what I do. I don't see this working right now. I didn't say ever. Hopefully, he didn't take it as ever, but I was just like, right now, because for me to just be rambunctious and go from here to there, here to there, and have no money in my pocket, I was like, I can't do it. I'm not a job. I'm not. I don't try to want to. I don't want to support the system necessarily, but I know I need like at least $200 in my pocket a week, or every 2 weeks. I need something. I can't just walk around with $5 and with a hope and a dream and thinking, oh, it will be paid off. So you know that's why I bring it up, because it's like, I don't doubt it, but does it seem possible for men to come together? on their own with their own ideas and collaborate and make things work? Or is it this one man has to seek the whole power for himself, and once he has all the power in the world, he can then change the world to his will? But competition is a motherfucker. So there's this picture I want to put up, hopefully with this video, uh, this recording. It's empathy and psychopathy. Okay, and the differences and how he probably could leave and whatever. But I might have to scan it in pieces, maybe. Hopefully, it's big enough to fit the whole screen. You can pause the video and read it along the way. If you already have, I wouldn't put it at this time mark, like at 10:54 in the video, and say, read it. But I would obviously put it in the beginning, or maybe I'll put it in the end. I don't know. But just wanted to talk. Just wanted to talk and blab a little bit. I haven't done this in a while. But yeah, like why does there seem to be difficulties with men working together? Like it's crazy. Women can come together at any point in time and yeah, and just get something done. But guys are like, oh, you don't like this guy. I don't like him either. Fine. But then we just don't talk to each other for a while, and we just vex with each other. It's kind of petty, you know. And I've learned that from my past experiences. So now I'm trying to wrap my head around it quicker and quicker because, as you know, time is coming to an end or whatever. So I'm trying to really, not to exclude women, but to get the male side down first. Women kind of have their shit together. I can probably talk to 2 or 3 girls and they know 2 or 3 friends that like what they like. Easy. But I can't talk to another guy and a guy tell me what another guy likes. The odds of that is like up in the air. So like like I said, yeah, I don't want to make this too long. I guess a little update for myself. I'm reading books now again. I'm reading X-Men Days of Future Past, the novel, not the comic book, the novel. Some other stuff, not top secret, but just like I rather send a picture versus saying it for my voice. Everything will be recorded, so it's like you can never say I said it, but it's not top secret. But I guess I'll probably post a picture if I can. What else? The farming is going okay. It's going decent. It's a patient thing, really. You don't gotta rush yourself on farming, especially in the wintertime. I don't really know. Kind of starting to work out again, even though I go outside and I go places and I obviously walk around and work out. So, like, my exercise requirements are fulfilled most of the times. I went hiking. Yeah, I went hiking. I'll probably post a few pics of that too. What else? I'm not brushing up on any languages lately. I'm just looking at my mirror stand, my mirror dresser, tabletop, whatever the fuck it is. I don't know furniture names like that. Japanese, French, English, Spanish, most likely, maybe up there, maybe not. Haven't been touching that. I did a New Year's resolution list. I think the last list I did good at. I'm just kind of tired. I'm in this nice couch. Like I sleep on my couch now. It's like a 2-seater, and I sleep in it. My bed is too tough. I'm not heavy to weigh it down, but this couch is so soft. And I'm speaking right now, but I'm getting sleepy as I speak. I'm like, my spine is relaxed. But I am about to go out, get something to bring to the house. I'm starting to cook more instead of buying stuff. I'm just cooking a little bit more and more every day. The vegan stuff, the meat eater and vegan stuff. That's man, I have not been on the vegan tip that much, but I know that it's important to cycle what you eat. So say meat and grain today, fruit and veggies tomorrow, sweets and nuts and berries and shit on every day, and recycling, not recycling food, but trying different things every once in a while and changing up diversity in your body. You know, I'm composting. Yeah, I'm composting too. I forgot to mention that. I'm composting. Uh, so this much of time. It doesn't. If it's January, but it feels like February. I swear. I have RSS feeds. I look on my phone. I look up top news now and stuff like that, and Asia and Middle East and oil and shit. That oil thing. Woof. I mean, I don't know, but I am trying. I am trying. It's kind of like I want to apologize to that Leo guy because it's like after you, it's crazy how you learn lessons as a man. As a man, you learn lessons. Speaking about difficulties with men grouping up and probably being ashamed about that too, like an inner like homophobia of meeting with other men by women or feminists. But with men, like I said, for me, what I realized, like when you break it off with a guy and you say "fuck you, I want to be your friend," or "fuck you, I don't want to be your associate," you go "yeah, yeah, yeah," and you break it off with him, and then like months later you go, "oh man, that's what he meant." Like that's how I think as men maybe we realize our faults is that after we like break it off with a guy, like as a friend or a male friend or a male mentor, we just say "fuck you." Like we then learn later on what they wanted to do, but it's about communication, and it's just like how can men communicate better? So, excuse me. Excuse me. But yeah, like I said, I want to make this short and sweet. I think it's an appropriate video. It's not too long, but I end it here for real. For real, I'll end it here. Remember, you are the pupil. I am the master, and vice versa. I am the pupil, and you are the master. So we can both teach each other and both communicate and transcend what we need to transcend to be at a better place. So, with God's will and God's speed and whatever, we'll get there. I hope. I think. I believe. So farewell, au revoir, adios, good night. That sucked. Good night. That doesn't make any sense. Good night. It's afternoon where I am. You might be listening at nighttime, but it's just like good night. That's just lame. I just wanted to add that. I couldn't just let that go. Good night. I mean, maybe I could have let it go. I don't know, but yeah.